I know you've addressed this. 3 of the Browns' major players that you're a little bit worried about for 2023. Who are they?
Yeah, these are guys that we don't really think about, or we kind of just cash into, hey, they'll probably be good, that I would have a little bit more concern about because I think there's been a trend of concern. 2 of those guys are on the offensive line. Jack Conklin is one that I find interesting because a mixed match injury history that's kind of gotten us to forget that he's dipped every year as a player, the quality of play. And another guy who's dipped the quality of play every year, he's been here, is Wyatt Teller. He had that really good streak of 8 games in 2020. And he's never come close to replicating that same level of dominance that we saw from him. And it's gotten worse every year, or at least a lot further from that 2020 idealized version of him. Ever since that year. So you're talking about a guy who's been declining for years and years, and another guy who's been declining in their consistency, their ability to stay on the field, is Denzel Ward. Now, he doesn't miss as many games as I think as people assume, but what he does is he just disappears, right? Either he's playing elite level corner or he dips to abysmal at times. And I worry that we have thrown a lot of those inconsistencies and a lot of these things that's kind of always exist with Denzel Ward into the pile of, oh, it was Joe Woods' fault, when that might not be 100% the case. And then we come on Sundays, he has more responsibilities. He's going to be in man more often. And then we start to realize, oh, Denzel Ward is a little bit unreliable even when he's out there. You know, maybe there was a reason he wasn't playing as much man as we wanted him to be. And then you add on top of the bad habits that they picked up defensively, especially in that secondary, there's a lot of cause for concern. Now, I don't think that these players are going to be bad this year, but if there were established players on this roster to keep a microscope on to make sure that they live up to expectations, that's who I would have minds on.
Yeah, and I think Denzel Ward will be motivated to have a good year as well because, you know, I think he considers himself a top 5 cornerback, and in all the rankings you see he's, you know, closer to 10, sometimes out of the top 10.